So today I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of Diffenbachia, or commonly known as dumb cane. This is an invasive and hazardous plant, so I'm going to show you guys how to handle it safely so you don't get hurt. It can be difficult and potentially hazardous to remove the dumb cane, but if you need to use an area that's infested with this stuff, there is a way you can do it. As you can see, dumb cane can very quickly take over an area. And once it's taken over, it's somewhat difficult to remove. The plant produces canes that when laid on the ground will reroot and essentially create a whole nother plant. For safety, grab some rubber gloves. Over the rubber gloves, I'm going to put these cut resistant gloves so that my rubber gloves don't get torn. You'll need a shovel because some of the canes are going to be embedded in the ground. When broken, dumb cane releases a sap from its core, which if it gets on your skin will cause you an itchy and burning rash, and it's not pleasant. This is why it's important to wear gloves with waterproof protection, and also when you're working with the canes, remember not to touch your face with your hands or any part of your exposed skin. If you need to wipe your face, use your forearm, and remember when you're working with the canes not to touch your forearms either, because then you'll end up wiping the juice onto your face, which you do not want. For an area like this, I would generally take the cane, grab it, pull it out like this, and throw it into a pile until I can clear this area enough so that my pile looks like this and my area looks like this. Now after you've broken all the tall cane stalks off, you'll notice that some of them terminate somewhere under the ground. So that's when you get the shovel. What I want to do is stick my blade in kind of parallel with what I think the direction of the dumb cane is going to be. And then I want to get in under it and pry it up. I can leave my soil mostly intact and just pull out the cane and throw it in my pile. Now, so this cane actually broke off of this end right here. So now I'm going to try and pull this cane out and see if this is the end. So this is actually the end, I can tell, because there's clay all over this side. The only wounds are from the broken roots. So this is actually where it terminates. And that's what you want to find. You need to find where it terminates, because if you leave any piece of this in the ground, it's just going to sprout another cane and you'll have to do this all over again. And then when I'm done, I just take my shovel out and compact the dirt back in, and then I don't lose that much soil after that. And I'm on to the next one. In some cases, you'll have to follow the dumb canes for several meters through the ground to find the termination point. So once you're done clearing all of the dumb cane out of the ground, it's very important to pick up all the pieces and get rid of them, especially even these little pieces. If you leave this in the ground, it's going to grow a new plant and you'll have to do this all over again. This right here is a perfect example of why you don't want to leave it in the ground. This little piece started sprouting a new little plant, and eventually this plant is going to grow big and tall and then fall over and start spreading. So after I collected the dumb cane, I chopped it up and put it in this 55-gallon barrel. This barrel has holes in the bottom so that the water can drain out, and I'm just leaving them here to dry out and die. You can see this one right here has roots growing, so they're really hard to kill, but after some time they'll eventually die and turn into compost. Also remember, when you're dealing with this stuff, wear some eye protection, because if you get it in your eye, it's going to cause some serious irritation and potentially even blindness. Another way to kill this stuff is to just leave it out in a sunny, bright spot. I have it out here on this asphalt, and it'll eventually dry out and die and just kind of crumble into nothing. But if you leave it anywhere where it can reroot, it's going to grow a new plant. Make sure you have a source of water nearby, because when you're done, you're probably going to have juice on you, and it's going to start to itch the longer it stays on. You want to rinse your body very thoroughly to make sure no juice remains on you. If you have soap, use it, because this stuff can be hard to get off with just water once it's already set in. And be prepared to itch for a little while. It won't kill you, but it's a little uncomfortable.